All right, for more on the Senate directive to the Ministry of Petroleum to end fuel scarcity within 2 weeks, I'm now being joined by the Chairman, Senate Committee on Petroleum Downstream, Senator Uche Ekwunife, to talk more about this. Thank you for joining us on News Track. How feasible is the 2 weeks ultimatum given to the federal government coming from the Senate Committee?
Thank you very much. The 2 weeks given to the Minister of Petroleum to meet up with the Committee of Price of Fuel, based on the clarifications and submissions made by the Permanent Secretary, the NNPC, and other heads of agencies of Ministry of Petroleum, I believe they are going to meet the target. It is very important to note that targets are set. When you have, in any office you're running, you must set targets, and you must have timeline to achieve such targets. I believe that, and also with the supplementary budget presented to National Assembly and will be considered on Tuesday next week, I believe that when government makes the money available to marketers, they will flood the market with petroleum products, and that will also bring down the prices of petroleum products.
All right, the Managing Director of the PPMC, Mrs. Esther Namdi, told your committee that the major problem disrupting fuel distribution in the country is the vandalism of oil pipelines by criminals. Don't you think this factor limits the abilities of the federal government to meet the 2 week deadline set?
That is one of them. It's not the major cause of the scarcity of petroleum products in the market. That is not. That is part of the reason. But the major problem is the money being owed the importers. That's people that are dealing with importing the fuel into the country. If the Senate passes the supplementary budget, of course, it will remove the issue of importers that refuse to import petroleum products because they feel that the federal government will remove the subsidy or that they will reduce the cost of petroleum products. Those of them that even have, they are hoarding them. So with the passage of that supplementary budget, that will definitely, give them the confidence, restore their confidence in the system, and they'll be able to bring in the petroleum products. Then the issue of vandalism, I feel very strongly that from the presentation of PPMC GM, that's Esther, they have a very good master plan to ensure the vandalism is stopped. But at the same time, we feel very strongly that they have to engage the local vigilantes, local people that understand the environment. They have to be incorporated into what they're doing. So they have to engage the stakeholders of those communities so that they can supplement the efforts of the joint task force in ensuring that the vandalism is put to a stop.
All right. You're also demanding uniformity in the pump price of petroleum products. After your interaction with the agencies, what do you think is responsible in the ongoing disparity?
It's common in economics. The moment we have a product available, that would definitely, that would definitely bring down the cost of petroleum products to the normal price. If without availability of the products, the prices will still be high because those that have it will definitely hoard it. And when you hoard it, you have monopoly of the market, and that will increase the price. The only thing we can do to reduce and have the uniformity of the prices is to flood the market with the products. And I believe from their submission, in fact, the NNPC should be encouraged and commended. So far, she has done well in ensuring that she puts a stop to this. I believe the 2 weeks will be met, definitely. And the Minister of Petroleum, too, is working assiduously to ensure that this comes to a stop. So uniformity of price will be achieved when the products are available.
Okay.
I believe very soon that will be.
All right.
Overcome that.
All right, Senator. Nigerians are really hopeful that this comes to light. I mean, the deadline should be met. But what happens if the federal government fails to meet this deadline?
Like I said earlier, from the clarifications and submissions made before the committee, I believe that all the agencies of the Federal Ministry, they're all working together to ensure that this is put to a stop. They're collaborating with each other. There is synergy among them. And the Minister of Petroleum, of course, is working 24 hours to ensure that this is put to an end. I believe they will meet up with the 2 weeks ultimatum. And when we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. But I believe I'm very positive that are working assiduously to put that to an end.
All right, thank you so much, Senator Uche Ekwunife, who is the chairman of the Senate Committee on Petroleum Downstream. We thank you once again.